So look at this. A certain other teacher among them, Marcus, an adept in sorcery, carrying on operations by sleight of hand and partly by demons. This is a church. This is a saint that's writing this. Saint Hippolytus is writing this. So this is an official.
Got a lot of keywords.
This is an official church text.
Okay.
And this is from the late 2nd century. And he says, partly by sleight of hand, partly by demons, deceive many from time to time. This heretic alleged that there resided in the mightiest power from invisible and unnameable places, and very often taking the cup as if offering the Eucharistic prayer and prolonging it to a greater length than usual, the word of invocation, he would cause the appearance of a purple and sometimes red mixture, so that his dupes imagine there be grace descended and communicated that to the potion of a blood red potency. The knave, however, at the time succeeded in escaping detection from many, but now being convicted of the imposture, he will be forced to desist from it. For infusing secretly into the mixture some drug that possessed the power of imparting such a color, as alluded to above, uttering for a considerable time nonsensical expressions.
Yep.
So they're tripping out, right?
Yep.
He was in the habit of waiting in expectation for the drug, obtaining a supply of moisture might be dissolved, and being intermingled with the potion might impart to the color.
This sounds like GHB psilocybin.
Yeah. Yeah. And if there's a whole, people can read this on their own, but like the next paragraph, it says, Marcus infusing the drug mixture into a smaller cup was in the habit of delivering it to a woman to offer a Eucharistic prayer while he himself stood by and held in his hand another chalice larger than that. So he's like doing a sleight of hand. And basically, sum this all up, so I don't have to read the whole thing. He basically says that these women were tripping on this drug and getting prophecies from it. And he was like reporting the prophecies to the church. And then he got caught. So he became a heretic. But it turns out that his group, called the Marcosians, are responsible for spreading Christianity into Europe, into France.
So it was worth it.
His job was done, even though he got caught.
So he took an idea that he viewed as truth, decided to spice it up a little bit to create some lies, to spread it so that the original truth could actually be spread, but it's now going to be sprinkled in some stuff that maybe isn't so true that's going to cause the problem and muddy the waters moving forward.
Yeah. He's like Amon Hillman of like
God.
history. Like putting purple drugs.
Let me tell you
putting purple drugs into the Eucharist. It sounds like something he would do.
Let me tell you about the purple drugs.
He's obsessed with it. By the way, the burning purple thing, it's kind of made up.
The burning purple
The
thing?
Amon Hillman's theory about the burning purple. Like he always talks about burning purple. And all this.
Can you explain the theory to people and then explain why it's made up?
This is one of the sources that he points to, but there's a bunch of sources all throughout everywhere that mentions once in a while you get like the priest might have purple stained lips or something. What's one source? Or there might be another source that says if you burn Murex shells, you burn the purple, it has medicinal properties to it. So Amon Hillman takes this and runs with it and says that like there's this drug called burning purple that everyone in antiquity was using, and it's like completely. And then he was telling people that Karl Ruck's a great scholar.
Yeah.
He agrees with me on this. He completely backs me up on this. We asked Karl Ruck, what are your thoughts on the burning purple? He goes, what? He didn't even know what it was. So Amon is full of shit, dude. He's full of shit. He's 75% fascinating and 25% just full of shit.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, but interesting guy to listen to.
But that's one of the sources he likes to point to. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one is the Borberites.
The Borberites?
Yeah, there's this other group called the Borberites.
This is another one, Alex.
And they're affiliated with a group called the Nicolaitans that are mentioned in Revelation.
Okay.
And they got accused of eating fetuses in their Christian rituals. Yes. Epiphanius says this in the 300s. He writes about this.
Eating fetuses.
Eating fetuses and having orgies where the men would give up their wives to other men and they would trade. They were doing swinger stuff. And then he says that they have their own gospel called The Greater Questions of Mary. And in this gospel, Jesus comes to Mary and says, unless you drink my semen
and
eat my flesh, you cannot get to the kingdom of heaven. and then she falls to the ground and passes out because she's like, "How? What?" This is what it says. This is
Wait,
what
and eat my flesh?
eat my flesh and drink my it's that the word they use in Greek is like emission, which is like semen.
Yeah.
And he says that is
First one
that
makes
is the
sense.
Eucharist. That is in order to get to the kingdom of heaven, you have to do this. And she falls to the ground. He picks her up and goes, "Why do you have such little faith?" And it's like,
How about a blowjob?
yeah, Epiphanius, so Saint Epiphanius, who's writing in the 4th century, is reading about this and going, "These are fucking heretics, dude. These are the worst heretics I've ever seen."
Or
That's what he said.
Jesus was a G.
Yeah, or maybe. Alvin Hillman thinks this is a true story.
Of course he
it's a
does.
4th century source.
Of course he
So
does.
you got to take it with a grain of salt. Epiphanius, there are no sources that mention this before the 4th century. So you got to go, is Epiphanius just trying to, you know how people today will be like, "Oh, Hillary Clinton eats babies."
Oh, yeah.
That's probably what was going on with these people.
That's, you know what's
They're
fun?
probably-
I didn't even want to say it to draw attention to it, but that is exactly the example that was going through my head when you were saying that.
That's what
where it's just, let's take someone who's already corrupt or already bad, or in this case, not, you know.
Maybe
and
they were
let's
doing
just-
some shit.
Let's make them the worst you could possibly be. It's like, this is why we can't have nice things.
That's
you know?
that's what most scholars say about the Borberites. They think that they might have been real, but the details that are given by Epiphanius might be overdone.
got you.
Like they're just trying to badmouth them.
I got you.
You know.
Thank you guys for checking out this clip. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and hit the like button on this video. It is a huge, huge help. And if you'd like to check out this clip's full podcast episode, that link is in the description below or right here. And finally, you can follow me on Instagram and X by using the links in my description below.